What is going on, y'all? We are live on Monday Night Football. We got the Colts playing the Chargers. Chargers can taste the playoffs. They can smell the playoffs. They're so close to getting in. But the Colts not rolling over, playing a tough game. One-score game. The Colts had plans of their own that did not involve the Chargers clinching a playoff berth today. And forgive me as I light these candles. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for Monday Night Football. Obviously, stay tuned for more football. It is Monday, and on Mondays, we have our episodes where we talk about what is going on around the NFL. And today, we are going to have to talk about the Broncos firing Nathaniel Hackett. Here we go. The Broncos have fired their head coach after 15 games.
Changed the protocol. Cincinnati, they had to stretch him off yesterday against Green Bay. If the NFL is serious about this young man's health and about head injuries, he should not play any more this season. I'm more concerned about Tua the player than I am about Dolphins and their winning.
Man, Tua.
We wish Tua the best. Number two, critical matchup in New England.
Concussion protocol again. And we have seen a lot of that this year. He had the head injury that they said wasn't a head injury. Then he came back and he injured his head. Then after that, he was out for 4 weeks. And he came back. Now he's got another head injury. I mean, I know a lot of people keep saying, hey, if he's serious about his health, you shouldn't let him play. But it's playoff time. Easier said than done. I wouldn't be surprised if Tua indeed does go out there and play. Lighting candles over here. I'm going to pee the bed. As the old tale says, play with fire, you will pee the bed. Hoping that's not true. Man, why are these matches? I got some matches that are burning fast, folks. Burning fast. Faster than Nathaniel Hackett's career, which is over for the Denver Broncos. Everybody in Broncos country has a little bit of hope that we're going to be able to pull Sean Payton from New Orleans. I highly doubt it. I don't see that happening. I'm just being honest. The New Orleans Saints still own Sean Payton's rights, and we don't have any draft capital. So how we're going to get Sean Payton's beyond me. I don't see that happening at all. We'll probably hire another mediocre coach and fire him. And I don't want to say I've lost hope. Because as a fan, you always have hope. It just seems like it's getting more and more difficult to have optimism going into the next year. Haven't been in the playoffs since 2015. That's 7 years ago. 7 years without a postseason berth. It feels like just yesterday. It really does. But that was the big news. If you watched us live stream the game last night, you saw me say that. Not tooting my own horn, but I did say that after the performance yesterday, Nathaniel Hackett was going to be done in Denver because you can only allow that type of play for so long. Eventually, you get fired. You cannot be that bad for that long because, let's be honest, if the GM doesn't fire you at that point, people start wondering if they have to fire the GM. And Sean Payton was able to save his own career somehow, save his own job, etc. But does he deserve to? I mean, I think so. I think he's still one of the great general managers in the league. And it's okay to miss sometimes. I mean, it's not about if you're ever going to miss. It's about how fast you can move off of a miss. And the ability to move off of Nathaniel Hackett in the first season, one of, I think, 4 coaches to get fired in their first 15 weeks. I'm okay with that. You need to be able to show that you can own up to a mistake and move past it. You don't have to sit in it for 3 years like Jerry Jones did with a lot of coaches, try to force it to work over time just because you want to be stubborn and look like you hired the right guy. The best people, whether we're talking players, coaches, the best of the best recognize when they make a mistake and they move off of it quick. And that's what they did by firing Nathaniel Hackett. For whatever reason, it did not work. Russell Wilson was no angel. He did not help the cause by any means. But I just have a hard time believing that a player that was an MVP caliber player year after year after year for 10 years would be this bad. I mean, we're talking like the worst quarterback in the NFL. What's going on, Tyler? Just streaming some Monday Night Football. We got halftime coming up. Perfect opportunity to mention Nathaniel Hackett getting fired today. If you watched our live stream during the Broncos game, I predicted that he would be fired after that game, but I didn't think they were going to do it the day after Christmas. Kind of a sad deal getting fired on Christmas, but you're not allowed to lose that way and not have to pay a price. So right now, we are already turned the page, looking forward to next year. So for this game, we got Nick Foles getting the starting job. Jeff Saturday, head coach of the Colts, said he was going to go with Nick Foles. And so far, he has 3 points only, but their defense holding the Chargers to 10. It's a one-possession game. Chargers have the ball to start the third quarter. Thoughts on the Nathaniel Hackett firing? I'm sure you'd be happy about it because he was definitely not the right guy for the job. Broncos need a coach with experience. It would help Russ out. Yeah, no, I totally agree. You're happy that we can move on. You're happy we can move forward, but you're also disappointed that it came down to this. You know, there's no like true joy in this. It's just, it's kind of like ripping a Band-Aid off. It doesn't feel good, but at least it's over. I wish it would have worked out. I liked Nathaniel Hackett as a person. I thought he was a good guy. And it's just the reality of this business is it doesn't matter if you're a good guy or, who you vote for. All that matters is if you can win. And if you can't do that, you're not going to have a job very long in this league. So hopefully we'll be able to bring in a proven winner moving forward and compete with the other AFC West teams, including the Chargers, who are lined up on 2nd and 9 right now. Herbert under center, Eckler in the back. He's going to fake it to Eckler and throw it across the middle of the field. That's caught. Going to be a gain of maybe 12, 13. And that was Keenan Allen with the catch. This is a not a great fake handoff. Not very believable. He goes, Hackett is welcome to come back to the Packers as the offensive coordinator if he wants. Yeah, that's what I was hearing is that he may want to do that, but he also may need some time. It's been a really, really tough year for him. First down, Herbert steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike all the way down to the 30-yard line, but there's a flag on the play, so we'll see what the flag is. And, yeah, Hackett might go back to Green Bay. That's where he's comfortable, and Aaron Rodgers, obviously, probably going to petition for that to happen. Yeah, I could see Aaron Rodgers petitioning for Nathaniel Hackett to come back since he has leverage in the front office. So the holding penalty takes away about a 35, 40-yard play. All right, Herbert, shotgun formation, 1st and 20. He's going to snap it. He's looking. He's going to launch it way downfield. Oh, and just over the head. It looked like it could have been caught maybe, but the receiver stopped. He stopped running. It looks like he may have underestimated how far this ball was thrown. He was past him. He had a step on him, and then, yeah, I think he saw the right thing. Maybe Herbert just could have probably thrown that a little softer. 2nd and 20, shotgun formation. Ball snapped. He's scanning, looking, throws over to Keenan Allen. That's going to be caught for a gain of 5. Going to bring up a 3rd and 15. 12:54 on the clock. Chargers trying to score on the drive, make it a multiple possession game right now, only holding on to a 7-point lead. Colts, nothing to play for. This is all pride, trying to play spoiler. We always have a couple teams playing spoiler at the end. I just said that. That's hilarious. Colts trying to play spoiler tonight, literally 1 second after I say it. 3rd and 14 is going to be caught and completed for a gain of 12. That was hilarious. Got some candy canes in the house. Who do you guys have winning this game? Do the Chargers clinch the playoffs and get their 9th win of the season today? This punt is off, and it's a short punt. It's going to be fair caught at the 21. Only a 34-yard punt. So here come the Colts, only down 7. Definitely hoping to get a touchdown in this drive. Nick Foles, man, what do you guys think of Nick Foles? Do you think Nick Foles could still be a NFL quarterback, or is he washed?
You always have to be prepared to mix it up. A coordinator works to ensure his team is ready to deliver the win at a moment's notice. Visit cocktailcoordinator.com to find your game day recipe.
Man, I hope Ginger's all right. We lost Ginger at halftime yesterday. This is spoiler football. This is always every year there's a couple teams that just ruin someone's opportunity, and it's always a team that had no business even being in that game. I would say I think the Chargers, this isn't their year where they're going to go far. Too many injuries. They may clinch the playoffs, but I have them out in the first game. I think people are really high on the Chargers because of Justin Herbert, but I don't see anything about the Chargers that just jumps off the screen. Ever since Herbert injured his ribs, I think he's not really throwing the ball downfield very much, keeping everything kind of short. Can't wait till next year when YouTube or the NFL Sunday Ticket sells the rights, so you don't have to have DirecTV to watch all the games. I think YouTube TV is going to have it. Some other streaming options, so you don't have to have the Sunday Ticket. That feels like it was 10 years too late. I can't believe how long we have been not able to watch all the games if you live in an area that doesn't have DirecTV. It's like, it's kind of messed up. You think about the fans of football, and we're not a bunch of rich people, but yet the billionaires that own the football teams make these deals, not thinking about the little guys. Got to look out for your fans, man. All right. Here we go. Wentz, shotgun formation. 20-yard line. Fakes the handoff to Taylor. Trying to take a shot downfield. Didn't like what he sees, and now he's going to be sacked. So the first play is going to be a sack by Fox for the Chargers. Ooh. Derwin James literally kicked out of the game. Spam cat. Broncos fired spam cat. Yay. All right, Jonathan Taylor gets his first carry of the game. That's going to be a really strong run for about 4 or 5 yards. And if you guys didn't see, Derwin James laid a huge hit on the wide receiver for the Colts. He got ejected for the hit. The player left with a concussion. That was a nasty hit. Derwin James, one of the hardest hitting players in the league. They don't care about the fans. Want proof? What does it cost to take mom, dad, and 2 kids to a game? That's the truth right there. Foles is intercepted. And Asante Samuel's just going to run out of bounds. And he just did not see him. That was just a bad throw. That was just a bad read on Nick Foles. You had that outside receiver. He had an open receiver, and he tried to force it inside. And Asante Samuel Jr. with the interception is going to set up Herbert on the 27-yard line. Herbert's going to take it the first play and just slide down and get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost 1, 2nd and 11. 9:50 and counting. Nick Foles tonight, 1 for 7, 3 interceptions on throws, 10 yards, 10 or more downfield. Wow. So Nick Foles has attempted 3 passes more than 10 yards, and they have all been intercepted. All right. Herbert snaps this, fakes the handoff, loading up, throws it down to Eckler. Gain of just maybe 2. So now here we go. 3rd and 10. Colts defense is flying around. You got to respect the defense for the Colts playing so strong when they have nothing to play with. You saw the Broncos fall apart yesterday. Here we go, downfield for Herbert. Kelly catches it, but it's going to be short, 2 yards short, so we'll probably see a field goal here. And, well, Staley is known for this. This is not surprising. Staley is staying on the field for this fourth down. Why not? Staley. And they get it. Keenan Allen is going to pick up the first down, and Staley, in what seemed like a questionable call, right? Because you got an offense like struggling in the Colts. Nick Foles, 3 interceptions on throws more than 10 yards. Nothing going for the Colts offense, and you have a chance to make it a 2-possession game with a field goal. Personally, I feel like you got to just know your opponent. You got to play against the opponent. So I would have took the points, but they go for it and they get it. First down, it's going to be a handoff to Eckler. He's going to take it to the 5. So that's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5, maybe the 5.5. Chargers looking to punch it in right here, make it a 17-3 ball game. They break the huddle. They're coming to the line. Herbert, shotgun formation. No wide receivers to the left. They're going to hand it right off to Eckler. He's going to gain another tough, hard 3 yards. And that is going to make it 3rd and goal from the 2. 0 touchdowns in third quarter and last 9 games. So Chargers looking to get their first touchdown in 9 games in the third quarter. That is a crazy stat. Robert said, "What has been the biggest surprise of the NFL season so far?" Mine is definitely Russell Wilson and the Broncos being bad. I did not see that coming at all. Nobody did. Even people that didn't believe in the Broncos didn't think they were gonna be as bad as they were. I'd say that's my biggest surprise of all teams. It sucks that it's mine. Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else. The Cowboys being as good as they have been is surprising. Oh, Brock Purdy. Got to go with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy and Russell Wilson. Those are the most surprising things. There were some other things that happened that I predicted. I thought Detroit would be competitive this year, but I didn't know they would start 1-6. Robert said, "I stopped liking Russell a few years back. Became very prima donna." I agree. Not something I appreciate or like or value in a quarterback, especially when you're losing. Like, people will ignore that kind of stuff when you're winning. But if you're playing bad and you're requesting your own office at the stadium and you have your own staff flying with you, like the locker room, they all act like, they're together and all that. But it's like, look, if it annoys us, it annoys them. Like, they're still humans. They're not immune to Russell Wilson's cringiness. by any means. If anything, they probably just found a way to like joke and laugh about it together. Not surprising the Vikings. Not surprising the Eagles. I'd say the Cardinals being as bad as they are has been surprising. Yeah, that's probably it. Brock Purdy and the 49ers, the Cardinals and the Broncos being really bad. Those are my big ones. As a fan, it makes it hard to support. Yeah. I just want to win, man. Like, it's been 7 years since Manning left. I barely care about personalities at this point. I just want to win. I'm desperate. I'm desperate to be back in the relevance. JST said hello. What's going on, JST? Week 16 headlines. Obviously, the Broncos firing Nathaniel Hackett. Right tackle La'el Collins out for the season. For the Bengals, Tua in concussion protocol said it's too early to name a starting quarterback for Sunday's game at Patriots. I see your head coach got sacked. Yes. Robert said, I'm a Chicago fan. I know all about desperation. I actually wanted them to draft Justin Fields. They ended up drafting Patrick Surtain. So, I guess that's awesome. That's what you wanted. Yep. It's what was necessary. I didn't necessarily I wasn't happy. Wow, big run by Jonathan Taylor. Sean Payton. The Monday Night Football crew is talking about Sean Payton.
I just wonder if he somehow gets back into the fold in Green Bay. You know, with some of the struggles and how much he has meant to Aaron Rodgers. You know, what could that addition possibly mean?
They're wondering if he could potentially. This is the start of the rise. God, I hope so. Green Bay's final games is Week 17 versus Lions, Week 18 versus Lions. So 2 home games at Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers won 5 straight games 10 times in his career. So he could do it again. All right. Fakes the handoff. Fakes the reverse. They're going to call that a drop on 3rd and 8. All right. The NFC. The Eagles are going to end up with that first round bye. The Vikings. See, the Packers have the Vikings this week. So if the Packers win and the 49ers win, 49ers could be the 2 seed. Watch out for that. All right, Foles on 3rd and 8. Looking, and he's going to take a sack. Gets sacked by Khalil Mack. 4th sack of the night. Nick Foles looks terrible. 1, 2. 3.4 seconds to get to Nick Foles. 3.4 seconds.
And he gets right through the rookie there, Ryman.
Wow.
Had on-the-job training throughout this season. It's been a bit of a struggle for him. But yeah, Mack is able to get to Foles, and still Colts without a third down conversion tonight. Foles now 0 for 5, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks on third down tonight. You know, you wonder, you start looking at it.
Punt time.
It hasn't worked what they were hoping for with Foles. Do they then go to Ellinger? Here's a fair catch.
Oh my God, he fumbled the fair catch. The football is... Oh my God. Are they saying he was out of bounds?
Look, even with that, I thought the Chargers got on it to begin with. Ruling on the field is that an out-of-bounds player, Los Angeles number 33, touched a loose ball.
They're going to say because a part of his body was out of bounds when he was touching the football.
First and 10, Los Angeles. Timeout. You can see the ball is out. Yeah. The ball is not. It's hard to cover. Controlled by Team Leonard.
Man, Colts, they had an opportunity right there. They had a chance. That's all you can ask for. They had a chance, and they freaking ruined it. Have you guys had any Christmas drinks this year? Eggnog with some whiskey. What is your Christmas go-to drink? Is it just a cold beer? I know for some people, they stick with the regular beer. We had Ginger Ninja, who decided that he was going to drink Voodoo Rangers, whether it was Christmas or just a regular day in November. So, I'm just curious. Just a little light conversation. I got some eggnog right here. Some eggnog and some whiskey in there. Let's see. Guess we can just drink it out of here. Merry Christmas. It's still Christmas. Did you guys have to go back to work today? I don't have to go back to work till tomorrow. I hope you guys didn't have to go back to work. I hope you got the whole week off. I forget, how do normal jobs even give holidays? I mean, do most people get Christmas all the way to New Year's off? Like, how does that work? Let me text Rick really quick. Trying to see right now. I got Rick. He said, don't drink any more. I prefer a little bud. I do too. I prefer bud too. I can't smoke. Can't smoke because of my job. But pretty soon that'll be over because this channel is doing so well. I'm going to be a full-time YouTuber. And I'm going to be getting stoned with you guys. Had a serious job. Now I'm done with that. All right, 2nd and 8, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. 10-point lead for the Chargers. This could be the nail in the coffin. Herbert's 21 for 27 on the night, 192 yards, only one pick, or I should say one pick. And this is going to be a little shotgun formation delay handoff. Retired military. Haven't had a serious job since 2014. Hell yeah. Then you know exactly the kind of job I'm talking about. All right. So the field goal was what gave them the win week 15. The Chargers won that game by 3. 3rd and 3. Colts playing pretty strong defense today. This would be a good field position if they could maybe get a stop here on 3rd and 3. Oh, he's going to get sacked. The ball's out. And they're saying, Colts have it. Colts have the ball. Somebody tell Chris Ubaldo. The Colts have the ball. Somebody tell Ginger Ninja. The Colts have the ball. Oh, I'm texting Ginger. I forgot I have his number now. I'm going to text him. Here we go. Ginger Ninja. For sure, man. Here we go. Ginger. I wonder if Ginger's at the game. How crazy would that be? How freaking insane would that be? All right. So here we go. Man in motion under center. He's going to hand this off to Jonathan Taylor. Taylor's going to get just beat up pretty good, but he's going to get a gain of 1. He is taking a beating. That is the quietest excitement I've ever heard. I have no reason to not be loud. I can be as loud as I want. I guess I just chose not to be. I'm also not a Colts fan. I'm just cheering for a good game. All right, shotgun formation for Foles. He throws this one incomplete. 3rd and 8. 48 seconds left. Fans getting frustrated Saturday, wondering. Well, you can't put Matt Ryan in because Matt Ryan is dressed in civilian gear standing on the sideline. Parks Fraser's the Colts' interim offensive coordinator. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. Good news is they have field goal formation. Foles steps up, throws it, and just, wow. That was such a bad pass. It was completed to Michael Pittman Jr., but it's going to be short. I bet it'll be 4th and 1. Maybe they can measure this and make it 4th and inches. Go with the QB sneak. They're keeping the offense on the field. Maybe they just try a hard snap because there's only 15 seconds left in the 3rd. Maybe try to get a cheap first down here. Yeah. Chargers not falling for it. And they just let the 3rd quarter die. All right. So here we go. We're going into the 4th quarter. Colts, I would say about to punch it in, but they got really good field position and they haven't even got a first down yet. It's 4th down. They line up to try to make them jump off sides to get a cheap one before the quarter ends. So we'll see when the 4th quarter starts if they send the field goal unit out. You feel like I could see it both ways. I could see them taking the field goal because you're going to need one anyway. They have a 10-point lead, but I could also see it's 4th and 1. You know, it's not totally hard to convert a 4th and 1. If you kick the field goal now, later in the game, it might be a 4th and 3 that you have to convert, or 4th and 4. You know, take advantage of the fact that it's 4th and 1. Try to get that touchdown. You haven't been able to move the ball pretty much all game, so it just kind of feels like anything less than a touchdown on this is just not enough. Not enough. Who do you guys have winning this game? If you're watching the game, I'm pretty sure everybody has the Colts. There's just nothing, or everyone has the Chargers. There's just nothing the Colts are doing right now to make you feel like they could win this game. I mean, you thought the quarterback play from Arizona and Tampa was bad last night. This from Indianapolis is terrible. Nick Foles looks just awful right now. He looks really bad. It's a hot candle, man. I'm a big candle guy. If you guys need a candle, let me know. My girlfriend makes homemade candles using essential oils. She makes lip scrubs, all kinds of stuff. If you want to get your girlfriend a present, our entire basement is like a laboratory. All right, so we got 1 quarter remaining. The Colts are going to need to look like an entirely different team. All right, here they go. They're still going to go for it. And they're going to go with the QB sneak. Let's see when they blew the whistle here. Let's see where they spot this. It didn't look like he got it. It did not look like he got it. I don't think they blew the whistle, and at the end, Michael Pittman gave him an extra push, and then he sticks the ball out. Let's see if they give him the extension. This is gonna come down to the spot. See, they were definitely lined up to stop a QB sneak. Here's the measuring stick. Let's see. And that's going to be short by a whole half yard. So the Chargers take over. Man, you don't see that very often. 4th and 1, 4th and inches. QB sneak, at least in the last year of football, seems like it works 95% of the time. They're just not executing on even the simplest of plays. What's going on, Liam? Welcome to the pod. Got some Chargers Colts going on. Chargers trying to clinch, get into the playoffs. They missed the playoffs last year, trying to get in right now. Chargers clinched a playoff spot with a win tonight. Here comes a challenge flag from Jeff Saturday. Oh, I don't think he got it. Unless they give him that second. So he put the ball out, and then he we'll see. The ref came out. I'm pretty sure the ref came out and said, I really need the Chargers to lose. Obviously, Liam trying to get the Steelers into the playoffs. Steelers are a long shot to get in. Needing a lot to happen around the league. Let's see. What do the Steelers need to get in? We've gone over Green Bay. We know what they need. They need a win out, and they need 1 loss from the Commanders. But the Steelers, I'm going to see right now. Can the Steelers make the playoffs? I know that they can. I'm just writing it like that. Okay. Steelers playoff picture updated 14 hours ago. Wild card chances to still make the NFL playoffs. The Steelers are the number 11 team in the AFC standings. They're behind the number 8 Patriots, number 9 Jets, number 10 Titans, all who lost in Week 16 to fall to match the Steelers record at 7-8. The number 7 Dolphins, 8-7, who occupy the last spot in the AFC, are only one game on the Steelers with 2 games left to play. And remember, Tua, they have not named a quarterback for the Dolphins this week because Tua is injured with a head injury. And I think McDaniel would be under a lot of scrutiny if he played Tua in that game. So my gut tells me there will be no Tua playing in the game. I believe they're playing the Patriots. So if the Dolphins lose, then they would fall. So here we go. The Steelers are behind the Patriots, Jets, and Titans because of a bad conference record of 3-7. Unfortunately, part of that is the fact that Pittsburgh lost to New England in week 2 and New York in week 4, and it also lost to Miami in week 7. By winning the final 2 games, the Steelers would improve their conference record to 4-7. They just need to hope they can finish 9-8, a full game ahead of either the Dolphins or the Chargers. Here's the thing: the Chargers are going to be, what are they going to be? 9-8. Yeah, they're going to be 9-6 if they win tonight. So if the Chargers win tonight, you can kiss all that goodbye, unfortunately. But I'll root for the Colts with you. Let's go. 3rd and 5. Wide open receiver for the Chargers. He's going to run, stays on his feet, gets all the way to the 45-yard line, crossing midfield. And that is a first down. Mike Williams. So on a 3rd down, 3rd and 5, they gain like 35 yards. That was a big play. Big play right there. Probably just, let's see, on the fringe of field goal range right now. Try to get a sack here. And they get a free 5 yards because a Colt defender just jumped off sides. So that'll back it up. Or move it forward. The refs are actually talking about this. So false start. So there's a false start instead, which means they are going to back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
I could not disagree more on that.
Troy Aikman's pissed.
And I don't know. I think it's a bad rule. If it is a rule, I think it's a bad call.
He hates that. It's that whole center thing, making a sudden movement. All right. So this is going to be a handoff to Eckler. Eckler's going to be able to pick up only about 2. So not in field goal range right now for the Colts. And now it is 2nd and 13. Here we go. 2nd and 13. Herbert, shotgun formation. And the ball is snapped. Herbert looking, throws it down, middle of the field, and that's going to be caught for a first down. Needed 13, and they got 15. Man. And Gilmore was there in the tackle. Gilmore's had a couple really good games this year. See if we see a defensive stand here with the Chargers moving down the field. And this is going to be a handoff to Kelly. Kelly's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards. Mike Williams 4 receptions tonight, 76 yards. Keenan Allen has 10 for 103. Jeez, 10 catches for Keenan Allen. Here we go. And this is going to be an Eckler run for, let's see, it was 2nd and 7. It looks like he got 7. Maybe just a bit short. Yep, 3rd and 1. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Chargers trying to pick up a first down right here. Shotgun formation on 3rd and 1. And it's going to be a handoff to Eckler. Eckler got it. So looking less and less likely that the Colts can find a way to win this game. Best case scenario is if they hold them to a field goal here, keep it a 13-point game. Maybe they could get 2 touchdowns. Can't give up a touchdown here. Here we go. All right, they're going to run it again. And Eckler able to pick up 5. Michigan is playing TCU Saturday. And Georgia is playing Ohio State in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. We're going to be having that going for you guys, so make sure you tune into that for your college football needs. All right, Herbert, shotgun formation. 2 men in motion. Trips right, and they're going to run that same play. Handoff right up the middle to Eckler, and Eckler's going to get in. Touchdown. They're going to mark him short, but I think he got in. It looked like he rolled on the defender, so he wasn't down. Let me see this. Looks like, yeah, he's rolling. I think they could have challenged that and won it, but they'll just run it again with Eckler, and he'll get in this time. So the Chargers get the touchdown, which is going to make this a 20-3 game. So we got people in the chat saying they need the Chargers to lose, and it is just not looking pretty right now. 20-3. See if the Colts fans stay at the game. They start leaving. We'll see. Ooh. Extra point is good. And Eckler's having a game, man. Eckler's having a game. If you got Eckler in your fantasy team, you're probably really happy. Keenan Allen's another guy. 10 catches and over 100 yards already for Keenan Allen. Let's see who's got Keenan Allen. Austin Eckler has 24 points already. 24 points for Austin Eckler. Michael Pittman, only 3.4 yards. I know there's a couple people in this chat that have, what's his face? Michael Pittman. So sorry about that. That kind of sucks. I think they were doing better with Matt Ryan. Keenan Allen has 20 points without a touchdown. 20 points without a touchdown. So those are your fantasy leaders right now. Let's see how many points Justin Herbert has. Man, we don't even have Justin Herbert starting in our league. That's crazy. Justin Herbert. Here we go. He is at Wow. Only 5 points. Only 5 points right now. That is crazy. It. What? He's having a. It seems like he's having a pretty good game. Oh, he's got 1 interception and 1 fumble. He's thrown for 234 yards. And he's almost, statistically, he's almost perfect, like QBR. But only 5 points for Herbert. So we haven't seen a lot of players get freaking Ginger just texted me, said we absolutely stunk tonight. He's a Colts fan. We haven't seen a lot of players get ejected for these helmet to helmet catches. And the one on Colts wide receiver Ashton Doolin was a pretty nasty one. If you want to go on YouTube and check it out, the play occurred with 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Nick Foles threw an incomplete pass into the flats to Doolin. James read the play expertly, but then he launched into him with the crown of his helmet and appeared to connect with Doolin's head and jaw area. He had 3 tackles and an interception prior to his ejection, and he has 109 tackles and 2 picks on the year. It was a pretty significant hit, pretty nasty. But when you're a guy that plays as hard and as tough as Derwin James, you're going to get called for a couple of those. Could you imagine if Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu played in the era of football we're in now? They would be ejected all the time. All right, Nick Foles is going to throw a dump off, and that is going to gain 5. Colts, they're going to need a miracle to get back in this game. Only 8 minutes left. They need 3 possessions, and they would actually probably have to steal one. So some kind of fumble, turnover, which they already got, and then they didn't turn it into points, which is why I said they should have kicked the field goal, because at least it would still be a 2-possession game had they taken the points. Nick Foles and the Colts have not had a 20-yard play all night. Like, they haven't had a 20-yard play, guys. That is just mind-bending. This is an NFL football game, not a run, not a pass. I mean, if you can dial up one play that gets you 20 yards, you might need to move on from your coordinator. All right, shotgun formation. Foles drops back, scans, looks, trying to. He felt the pressure. He doesn't look comfortable in the pocket. It's like he felt the pressure of the pocket collapsing. And it was like half of him wanted to keep his eyes downfield and keep his eyes downfield, and half of him wanted to pay attention to what was going on around him. And he just ends up spending too much time being indecisive. He spends too much time not being reactionary. He's not reacting in the NFL speed. I mean, it looks like they threw a college D2 quarterback out there. All right, 3rd down. Looking, he's going to throw this one. Wow, this one's actually going to be completed. He's going to be short, 3-4 yards, but it's 4th down. No huddle, obviously. Here we go. Can Nick Foles, can he pull something off here? Here we go. 180, set hut, snapped, scans, looks. Oh, it looked like Pittman had it. It looked like Pittman had it, but they call it incomplete. I think he had it, and they're able to pull the ball out. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. So he catches the ball. Oh, and then he just gets hit, and the ball hits the ground. Man, the Colts are making the Chargers defense look good, and they're not. The Chargers defense is not a solid D, man.
At Chipotle, real food always starts with real ingredients in real kitchens. When you order Chipotle, real food starts with you. Whether it's in restaurant, pickup, or delivery. However, you Chipotle...
Jinja's super upset with how the Colts played today.
Available now.
Man, I feel like everybody in this freaking podcast is just getting their team. You know, we're just all losing. We got Bears fans, we got Broncos fans, we got Colts fans, and all of us just suck this year. We're just not very good. Besides the Packers. And the Packers were having a bad year too, and they just turned their season around like 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, they were saying that when the Eagles beat the Packers, that was going to be the end of the road for the Packers. So there's only one playoff spot open, right, for the AFC. Because you got Baltimore already clinched. No, you got two. You got two open. But the Dolphins could still win out and take that spot. They just have to be the Patriots. And who do they have? I think they have the Jets after that.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you always wanted.
Bucks are going to make the playoffs probably.
With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey.
Let's see.
Every mile at the Hyundai Getaway.
Scores here. Week 17. Broncos, Chiefs. Yeah, that'll be a nail biter. Cowboys, Titans. Cowboys, Titans. Cardinals, Falcons. Bears play the Lions. Bears could play spoiler to the Lions, attempting to come back. Jacksonville's playing the Texans. That's going to probably be another Jacksonville win. And then they will play the Titans. So here's the thing. The Titans losing tied the Titans and the Jaguars with the same record. The Titans play the Cowboys on Thursday. The Cowboys are probably going to win that game. And then if the Jags beat the Texans, the Jags have a 1-game lead. And then the Jags play the Titans in week 18. So, said there's no question that the Ravens have the defense to make the AFC title game or even a Super Bowl, but I don't trust their offense, even with Lamar to produce enough points. Ravens are lacking at wide receiver. Honestly, that is that is my kind of take on them. I don't think the Ravens. I don't take them serious because of their offense. I don't see them doing anything in the playoffs until they start taking their wide receiver problem serious. They're not as good as the Bills, the Chiefs, or even or the Bengals. They're just not. And honestly, if the Jaguars are playing The Ravens, Jaguars, Ravens. I might even pick the Jaguars. So, man, this is awesome. There's so much up in the air. The Panthers Buccaneers game is a playoff game. Like that is whoever wins that game is going to be in the lead of that division. The Panthers, if they win out, they will be in the playoffs. Like, who would have thought that was possible? Who would have thought that when the Panthers fired Matt Rule, that there was a chance? Pain. All I feel is pain, said every Chicago fan ever. He said, Jaguars are a big sleeper team, even if they make the playoffs, just like the Lions, if they made it also. Yeah, I'm pretty big on the Lions, but after what happened in Carolina, I'm just kind of confused. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but one thing is for sure, Detroit is a completely different team when they're playing at Ford Field on turf. Look at the numbers. They are just such a better team when they're playing in a dome on turf. But yeah, if the Lions can turn it around, they're a team I want to see in the playoffs. Really don't want to see the Commanders or the Giants in the postseason. I just feel like it's a waste of a spot. 3rd and 5, 5 minutes left. Herbert. This one's going to be short. 4th and 5. Lions need to get their rookie wide receiver Jameson Williams more involved. He had 2 targets the past 2 games, which is unacceptable. Yeah, that's that's the thing. They gotta. Well, the Lions have just a lot of weapons with St. Brown. St. Brown, if he played on a different team, might be considered a top 5 receiver. Like he's done something that's never been done before. He's like seriously underrated. But if you look here, he's the first wide receiver ever in NFL history to accumulate at least 150 receptions and 150 yards through the first 30 games of a player's career. So, and this one's going to bounce into the back of the end zone with 4 minutes and 59 seconds, so just under 5 minutes. The Colts will take the field at the 20-yard line, hoping for a miracle. I would love to see the Lions in the postseason. I would love to see the Lions make it in the Packers. The problem is Dallas already has one of those wild card spots totally sealed. And the Giants, they lost to the Vikings, which helps. Who do they play this week, though? Let's see. Week 18. Let's go week 17. The Giants are playing the Colts. So that doesn't look good. Looks like the Giants are going to end up with that second spot. So Dallas Cowboys, Giants, and hopefully Packers. Another sack for Nick Foles. And that's because the Packers play the Lions. So they're not both going to make it. Said people get mad at me for saying Jared Goff should be in some part of the MVP talk because he's such a good quiet season that no one's noticed. He's top 10 in the league in passing with 26 touchdowns, 7 touchdown interception ratio. I agree. I totally agree. I made a whole video about it. I said Jared Goff is doing exactly what Eli Manning did. Eli Manning is a player that some people think is should have a gold jacket. You know, he just quietly takes care of his business, and I think you could win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Another sack for Nick Foles. I mean, this offensive line is so bad.
Who gets to play quarterback next week? Not sure anybody's wanting to sign up for that job. Third down and 21.
7 sack allowed tonight. Saturday as a player never had 6+ sacks ever in his career. So 3rd and 21, they're just going to draw a halfback screen, try to make some of those yards back and set up a 4th and 11. It doesn't matter. It's a 17-point game, and we're approaching the 2-minute warning. This one is over. The cat late that it's not over until the fat lady sings. The fat lady has been singing for the whole entire 4th quarter. So the Chargers are in the playoffs. So the Chargers have made the postseason in week 17, or week 16 technically. Week 16, we have learned 3 things. The Bengals clinched. The Ravens clinched. And the Chargers now clinched. Which means there's 1 spot open for a wild card spot. Only 1. Who gets the last spot in the AFC? Is it the Dolphins, who may have to win out without Tua? Is it the Patriots, who are the team the Dolphins play this week, who might beat the Dolphins and would have maybe the tiebreaker over them? Is it the Jets? Who gets that last spot?
Earn 5 times miles on flights. Going up? And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
I hope you guys had a very, very good holiday. Hope you had a good Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got great gifts and presents and family time and all that stuff. Hope you enjoyed the football that we had on Sunday. Football Christmas Sunday. It was awesome. Damn, why are these matches burning so fast? This is the weirdest thing. I can't believe the Chargers were able to make it to the postseason after such a bad start to the season. They were dealing with so many injuries, but that's what a good quarterback does. It allows you to overcome all of the turbulence that you feel in an NFL season, whether it's injuries or coaching, opponents, strength of schedule, whatever it is. If you have a top 5 quarterback, you're going to overcome all those things and be in the postseason. And Justin Herbert really proved that. Robert said, how often do you post? Just found it the other day. If I'm doing live streams, usually I don't post videos, but a lot of times I'll do live and then post videos afterwards. But on the YouTube page, either shorts are posted almost every day. So if you look on our YouTube page, you'll see the shorts. Like the minute the gambling story came out, I broke that down. I put some information in about the lawyer that was hired for the Jets wide receiver coach. And just like anything that's major that happens, with the exception of today, because I was streaming all day yesterday, I spent some Christmas time today with the family. But yeah, I would say on a regular basis, we are posting daily YouTube shorts, playoff pictures, people that clinched, whatever the case is. So definitely look into that. We try to be as fast as we possibly can, but keeping the videos quality, keeping quality videos. So it's like everybody knew that the Jets wide receiver coach was suspended indefinitely for gambling, but not everybody knew information about who his lawyer was. And that's the kind of extra stuff we try to bring into our videos. Kind of do a little deep dive, but then put it into a short. After the Jets lost to the Jaguars, I made a video immediately after that stream of what does the Jets loss mean and stuff like that. Off season, you keep up with the NFL. Absolutely. We will be still posting every day, daily. There will be shorts. There will be streams, episodes. I'm working on some content that people will be able to call in their questions and ask whatever questions they have. And that will be, like a 30-minute episode of just different fans from around the world calling to ask questions about their team, to try to get maybe an unbiased opinion by somebody that's not a fan of their team. There's going to be all kinds of fun stuff coming. There's going to be fantasy leagues that we're going to, select 10 people to join me and Rick in fantasy football, but we're going to be up to date, videos posted every day throughout the off season. So you can count on that. All teams or just your team? No, all teams. All teams. Obviously, I'm going to wear my jerseys and I'm going to have my flags in the background, but it is going to be all teams. I may have episodes or shorts that are only about the Broncos, but that is not the extent of the content. It is a football NFL podcast. It will cover all of the NFL. And we got victory formation from Justin Herbert, getting ready to snap, and now he takes the knee. So the Chargers get a 17-point win, nearly shut out the Colts. We're going to have our episode of the post all of week 16. Now that it's all over, we are going to get to work right now and be going live potentially in a couple hours. I'm waiting for Rick. He's taking his in-laws at the airport right now, so he may get back super late. But this is when we start our writing for our post-week talks and segments, including top five. Is anybody jumped into the top five? That is our power rankings. So stay tuned for all of that. The AFC playoff picture, just one more time, has the Chargers clinching as of today. The Jaguars are in control. They're in the driver's seat. They are the division leader of the AFC South. They have not clinched, and the Dolphins, as of right now, have the final wild card spot, but only a one-game lead So stay tuned for we don't know what's going to happen, right? But stay tuned so that we can experience it together. It's going to be a wild ending to the season, and I just hope your guys' team gets in. I know that we had a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Unfortunately, that isn't going to happen. Keep an eye out for how bad Chicago messes up this offseason. Free agency draft, we will mess up. Poor upper management. Well, Robert, the guy that I shoot the podcast with, Rick, the reason I have a Bears flag here is because he's a diehard Bears fan, and we also have a Bears only channel on Star 6 Media. So if you follow us on YouTube, just go to channels and you will see they're all a bunch of Chicago guys talk about Bears. And obviously on this show, Rick always talks about the Bears, and like we cover all teams, but we go a little more in depth on our favorite teams. And him being a Bears fan, you're definitely going to get your Bears needs filled there. So thank you guys for tuning in every time I come in here. The fact that Rob didn't know the answers to these questions always makes me realize it's always a good time to go live. There's just always people out there that I could give more information to continue to grow this podcast. So thank you guys for listening. Charger fans, congratulations on clinching the postseason. And Colts fans, get back to the drawing board because you guys are literally trash, just like the Broncos and the Texans. So figure that out. You know, the Bears are pretty trash too, but at least they have a quarterback figured out. As long as you got the quarterback figured out, you know, the rest can figure itself out. Live is where it is at. Absolutely. Love going live. That is, thank you for the thumbs up, Rob. Appreciate that. We're going to be going live for everything. If I'm shooting episodes, we're going to do it live. Like to bring in a live audience and engage at the comments. If they have a question or something like that, I love to be able to just address that live. So thank you guys again. Congrats to the Chargers, and we will see you very, very shortly. This was the Only Football podcast brought to you by Star 6 Media. You guys are the freaking best. Thank you for making this possible. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.